Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. In matter alone, there is no problem. In pure consciousness alone, there is no problem. Where is the problem? Problem is where there is matter and where there is mind, the problem begins. If matter does not matter, then we can mind our mind. If we cannot mind our mind, then matter matters. Therefore, we have to recognize what is the meaning of life. Is life only matter? Or is life only consciousness? See, only woman or only man, can they create the world? No. Both of them have to come together, start fighting, and as a result of their fighting, the world is created. See, similarly, consciousness and matter, when they are in a wedlock, what happens is life begins. See, life is like the light in the bulb. Only in electrical energy there is no light. Only in the bulb there is no light. When there is no light, there is no samsara. When there is no light, there are no differences. When there is no light, there is nothing like I versus you. See? Similarly, in pure consciousness, there is no samsara. In pure matter, there is no samsara. But when consciousness expresses through the body as mind, thereafter the life begins. See? Life is nothing but manifestation of consciousness through a particular equipment. And life being the life, it is common expression in all the forms of life. See? Therefore, when we are talking about complication to simplification, so there are no complications in the pure consciousness, there are no complications only in the matter. Other than complications, there is nothing in the mind. Mind is the most complicated instrument. See? Be very attentive. We all take care of our house. It should be well painted, the curtain should be matching, the flooring should be good, wall hanging should be lovely, discussion pieces, everything. We do take care of our figure. See? We do take care of our weight. We do take care of our friend circle, our choice, music. Have we ever given any thought that we also have to take care of our mind? See, friends, if we look within sincerely and find out what we have done till date to take care of our mind, nothing. Our understanding is that if there are thoughts in the mind, we are thinkers. presence of thoughts in the mind is not being a thinker. See? The other day, one child asked me this question. Children in Bombay, they ask very intelligent, nasty questions. The child asked me, Swamiji, I came to know, what is that? Those who are bald from the front, they are intelligent. Those who are bald at the back, they are thinkers. I want to know those who are totally bald, what is their position? See the child. I say their position is, they think that they are intelligent, but they are not. See friends, thoughts never make us thinker. Like everything we have to learn. How to drive a car, the table manners, everything we have to learn. But when it comes to the process of thinking, have we ever even given a thought to this, that thinking also is a science? See friends. And when we don't know this, what happens is, we make our life more complicated. See friends, if we see the anatomy of thought, what is the thought? Mind plus any value that we have given to anything or anybody, this combination is called as a thought. So in the womb of the thought is the object to which we have given value. See friends, if we are giving value to something or somebody, it is we have to devalue. See, you are all students of yoga, you must have read the most famous sutra, Yogaha chittavritti nirodha tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam vrittayaha panchataya. Yoga is suspension of thought formation. And when the thoughts disappear, thought-free mind is pure consciousness. And in consciousness, there are no complications. In the mind, there is nothing but complication. So from the complications to simplification, this journey is from the mind to the consciousness. Living as a mind without knowing how to mind our mind, life is nothing but complications. See, one or two examples I'll give you, and then we'll go into the anatomy of thought and how it works. The other day, one lady, she was about maybe 47, 48, and her husband about 55, 57. And there was a Cold War in the house. So when she came to meet me, I don't know why, many times I ask questions which are not required, but I do ask. So I asked her casually, Mama, how is the Cold War at home? And she started crying. Swamiji, did he tell you anything? I said, no, Baba, nobody told me anything. I withdraw my words. Then she opened up. No, it is true. Last 2 years, we are staying under the same roof, but never spoke to each other. All frustration. Finally, I had decided, I will separate from him. I said, then separate, why did you come to me? To propose or what? So why did you come? No, I want your advice. I said, before you take any decision, first of all, keep cool and let us analyze. This your thought that you want to separate. Then I told her one principle. Principle is, it is easier to deal with a known enemy than to deal with an unknown friend. A very important principle. Then I told her, I said, look here. Okay, suppose you separate. What next? Are you solving the problem or replacing the problem? See? Then I said, in our Indian society, this is not regarded as a good phenomena. And your children are now marriageable age. If you two break, their marriage will be a big problem. So, keep cool. Second thing, in our society, a girl requires a legal address. When she is unmarried, the father's address is a legal address. When she is married, the husband's address is a legal address. When she is old, the son's address is the legal address. In our society, a woman without a legal address is an orphan, and she is looked upon as a toy of enjoyment by the people. Do you want to go into that? Think. Then what I should do? I said, if you have little faith in what I say, just keep cool. Maybe it's a passing phase. It will disappear. But why this has happened? I said, now listen to your physiology. Between the age of 45 to 55, 57, ladies go through a lot of hormonal changes. They are unable to handle. 2 times this problem comes in the lives of the ladies. One, when the puberty breaks. Second time, when the menopause has to start. These are the 2 times when their mind goes off the track. Keep cool. Everything will be all right. Have patience. Those who don't have patience, they are patients. See? Okay, Swamiji, if you tell, I'll wait. I said, yes, wait. Don't be in a hurry. Within a year's period, both of them came to me. Swamiji, we have fixed the marriage of our son and you have to come for blessing. So I was looking at her. Normally we react. Reaction is not a good lifestyle. See, friends. Now all these turmoils which are happening in our mind, are we able to handle them? If we are not able to handle them, then life becomes complicated. See? This happened in Germany. After my, sessions, one lady came and asked me this question. Swamiji, had you come in my life 25 years before? I said, even then I would not have married you. So, no, not that way. Had you come 25 years before in my life, I would not have divorced 3 times. So, what is the problem? Only complicated thinking. Can't we think straight? See? And when this is not done, then our life becomes a mess. See, friends. So how the thoughts are born? The thoughts have their birthplace in 2 places. One is the external world. Second is the inner impressions. See? You all must be the victims of love. So I'll give that example. One useless boy goes to a garden. Only useless people have got time to go to garden. Otherwise, who has got time to go to garden? He goes to the garden because he is useless, good for nothing, unemployed and unemployable. That time, it's not only boys are useless, girls are never lagging behind. One useless girl goes there. After that, he looks at her, she looks at her. And they go away. cinema doesn't start. But he looks at her. And after perception, if you stop, no impressions on the mind are made. But normally what we do? Perception is a function of mind. Projection is the disease of the mind. See how important it is. Mind should be like the mirror. Mirror reflects everything, but retains nothing. And therefore, mirror does not have history. See, once in England, I went to one old cathedral, very old, completely broken and all kind. They told me a big story about it, which I was not interested. So the Swamiji will tell you the story. I said, look here, you are listening me for last so many years? Yes. What is that you learned from me? Swamiji, you always emphasize on being in the present. So you are telling me after learning this, the story of this dilapidated building of the past, I am not interested. Okay. And somewhere in the wall there was a small mirror. Inside there was fixed. So I went and stood there. And I was looking at my reflection. So my friend asked, Swamiji, what are you seeing? I said, I am trying to see how many people must have seen in this mirror. Can I see all of them? How this is possible, Swamiji? You are funny at times. Why it is not possible? Because mirror does not have the past. Think. Our mind reflects like a mirror, but doesn't stop there. It starts projecting. Projection in the form of evaluation, projection in the form of labeling, projection in the form of giving value, projection in the form of creating friend or enemy. And all these projections, they create a dent on our mind. And the dents on our mind are only of two types. Anything you come in contact with the world, there will be only two dents. One is you like it. Second is you don't like it. See? And what is the prosperity? Prosperity is more the choice we give to ourselves, more prosperous we are. And what is the choice? I don't like this thing. I like that thing. Thus, our life is guided not by wisdom, but by likes and dislikes. Be very attentive. You know, when I take food, there are certain foods I don't like. Everybody has that problem. But me being a Swami, I have to go through the experiences silently. I can't say anything. Like, you know, that eggplant. I can't tolerate even the look of it. So when you go, particularly if you have to go to the house of a Punjabi, if a Punjabi has to be your hostile, you know, man is called as the host, wife is called as hostile, children are hostilities, and I am a hostage. See? So when you go to a Punjabi house, they will prepare some dirty thing called as Panganda Bharta. The very look is so horrible. You just can't look at it. So the first thing they will give. And when that fellow lands in my plate, I say, God, you have to come here also. But being a Swami, I can't throw away. I am supposed to be a good person. So what I do, I take the little bit of, you know, the bread, chapati, put on that. Like if you have to throw away something, you take a tissue paper, put it and throw it. Like that, I put the chapati on that, throw it inside my mouth, and then take a glass of water. And then that lady thinks, I like it very much. Again, a second. See, friends. And I become very miserable. Now, next step. If somebody asks you a question, why you don't like a particular thing, what is your reply? There is no reply. See? If somebody asks you, why do you like this? There is no reply. Liking and disliking is unreasonable quality of our mind. There is no reason behind it. And what is our life? Our total life is guided by, steered by only these two forces, likes and dislikes. See, friends, and with every interaction with the world, these two channels are created in our mind. One channel is likes, other channel is dislikes. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it is a food or it is a person or it is a place or a situation, anything. Like one dent, dislike another dent. And as our age grows, these likes and dislikes, these are no more dents. Now they are valleys. And as the age grows, we become very stubborn. Because we have divorced from the wisdom. What I say, that is right. What I say, that way alone it should happen. See, friends. And net result is, as our age grows, we become unfit to be in the present generation. And then the life becomes extremely complicated. We don't want to live in the present, all the time living in the past. Because the likes and dislikes, they have destroyed the smooth surface of our mind. Now our mind is like a corrugated sheet. When our car goes on the rumble strip, cut. Like that. When the world is coming to us, our mind is creating all kinds of disturbances. And such a person is never at peace. See, friends. And when we are not at peace, do you think our life will be simple? On the contrary, we will start hating those people who are happy. Because I am miserable, how come others are happy? See, in Bombay it happened after one of my lectures. One lady, she got so wild. When I was coming out, she said, Swamiji, wait. I said, okay, Mama, what is the problem? What is the problem? She was, furious. So I stood there. All the time you keep on telling, be happy, be happy, be happy. Get married and so be happy. So she must be a married woman and terribly miserable, and constantly somebody is telling be happy, so that be happy message made her more miserable. See, friends, observe this in this world. See? The other day somebody asked me, why God created this world? I said, for time pass and fun. What is the fun? I said, look here. God, they say, marriages are fixed in the heavens. But this is incomplete. Marriages are fixed in the heaven, so also the thundering and lightning. And therefore, when the two persons come together, they are exactly of opposite nature. If the husband is the one who hits his head to the pillow and sleeps in 1 second, and wife is the one, she doesn't get sleep. And when she sees that husband sleeping, she becomes furious. What happened to you? Come on, get up. Sleeping all the time. Why I don't get sleep? See, friends, this is how we make our life more and more complicated. See, friends. So let us understand. When we interact with the world, where is our attention? There are three options. Either our attention is on the world, or attention is on ourselves, or attention is on the quality of the mind. Three places. If attention is on the world, what will be the result? Nothing but frustration. All the social workers are total failure in their lives, and therefore they take the revenge of their failure in their personal life on the society by opening NGO and joining and destroying the society. See, friends, one example I'll give you. Many years before, that time I was young, handsome, etc., etc. It's not joke, I was really. See? And this happened in Calcutta. My host and this gentleman's host were common. I was in my 20s and this old man was in his late 70s. So when he came, so he said, Beta, my dear son, what do you do? I will not call you Swami. I said, it's okay. What is there in the name? Call a dog mad and hang it. You know, Shakespeare said. So, yes, what do you do? I said, I do nothing, therefore I am Swami. Those who are unfit for everything, they are fit for being Swami. See? No, but what do you do here? I said, I am talking on Gita. Do you think that your lecture will change the society? I said, no. I don't think that way. Then why do you give lecture? I said, only without my giving lecture, who will give me food? Only for that purpose. But don't you think the society should improve because of your lectures? I said, no, I am not a fool. Why should people improve? People should continue to be miserable, then my market is maintained. Do you know the prayer of the doctors? Sarve bhavantu roginaha. Let everybody be miserable. Then the doctor's business goes very well. He said, you are little abnormal. I said, this is a manufacturer's defect. I can't help. I am like that. Now, out of courtesy, I had to ask him, Babaji, what do you do? You don't know about me? I said, I am so sorry. I know nothing. I am ignorant most. If you want to make any old person happy, try this formula. Ask him or her about his or her life and don't listen. They simply want somebody to talk to. Doesn't matter whether they are listening or not. Once their MP3 starts, it won't stop. So he started. I was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi and Vinoba Bhave when I was going in my first year of college. And I was so inspired, I left everything. And I was told, go to the northeast India and in the tribal belt, serve our country fellows. So inspiration, I went there. And I did everything, last 55 years. And built a huge institution. But today, they are the people who are after my life. They want to kill me. And after this whole thing was over, the bitterness came out. He said, this world is like a dog's tail, crooked. So when that bitterness came out, I asked him, I said, Babuji, the beauty of the dog is because of the crookedness of the tail. Can you imagine a dog with a dish antenna type tail? It will look ugly. Friends, if you serve somebody, you can never be bitter. We serve our parents. Are we bitter? At times our parents go crazy. In old age, everybody goes crazy. You and me will also go. Be prepared. See, Because our elderly parents are going crazy, does it mean that we hate them? No. We tolerate them. We accept them as they are. But if we think, I am serving the society, and bitterness comes out, it was never a service to the society. It was only the worship of one's own ego. I have done this thing, I have done this thing. This makes our life complicated. See, friends. So when we are living in this world, interacting, where is our attention? On the world. This world can never be improved. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. See? Because of this terrorism, how many people waste their time and energy? Worse than this was our Hitlerananda Maharaj. How many people he has killed? Much more than what our terrorist bandhus are killing. At least they killed themselves and then others. This fellow killed everybody. Not one, not two, not thousands, but in millions. Was he a less terrorist? And when it was not? See, friends, this world has always been like this. Let us not get too much involved in this world beyond requirement. Thus far, no further. Life will not be complicated. We get involved in everybody's life. If you are Indian, then Indian has to first of all go and asking about your kundali. What is date of birth? When you were born? But why you were born? There is no end to it. See? And are you married? If you are married, why did you get married? If you are not married, why you don't get married? Do you want anything? And then no end to the question paper. See, friends, to make your life simple, this is the technique. Don't get involved in anybody's life. One of the most important things. And when we thus take this as a principle, we are interacting with the world, our attention is not with the world, that because of us the world will be improved, it is a total misconception. See? So, we have protected ourselves from the impact of the world. Number one. Number two, when we are interacting with the world, is our attention on ourselves? I am like that, I am like that, I have done this thing, I have done that thing. Constantly I, to such an extent that we have got account in the ICICI Bank. See? This principle I discovered many years before. Somewhere I was going by train and I avoid talking to people because there is no point, it's all same nonsense. So what I do, I carry a rosary with me. And when somebody start talking, so I tell, look here, I am doing japa, I cannot talk, so excuse me, you tell about yourself. And this is what people like. Some victim is there to listen. But I am professional, so I don't listen to them. See? There were two doctors, both of them psychiatrists. And both of them practice in the same town. Both of them retired. But one of them became a patient. Other did not become. So the one who became a patient, he asked to his friend who did not become a patient, come on friend, we were together in the same field. Our whole life has been listening to these mad people. And as a result, I have become mad. How come you have not become mad? He said, who was listening? They were talking. I never listened to them. This is the technique which I follow in my life. So I gave him, I said, you tell about yours. He started. And 1, 2, 3, 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. And when I used to see that his spirit is going down, I used to inspire him. Then what happened? Again, revives, like pruning and then irrigation. And the story continued, one after another, and then. And finally, my children told, Dad, here it's a very humid climate, it won't suit your health, you go to Delhi. And therefore they put me in this train. Really? Then what happened? Then I met you. Oh God bless you. How lucky you are. Then what happened? Then I asked you about yourself, but you said you are doing japa. Then you asked me about myself. Then what happened? I started. Then the moment you come in the utter present, you have nothing to talk. See, all that we talk is only the past. All that we talk or think is to sort out those problems which do not exist. This is how we make our life complicated. Because, you must have seen, old people are not accepted in the younger group. What is the reason? Reason is, old people have only the past. Old people have no future. And youngsters, they have got a very little past and all the future. Third point. Our past is of no consequence to the next generation. But we have nothing except the past. And therefore, if you see the old people talking, they only talk this topic. When we were children, during our time. See? And by these talks, what do you gain? Nothing else. Only you prove that you are outdated. See, friends. Therefore, it is necessary that to make our life simple, start living in the utter present. Then when you start living in the utter present, you are matching the present situation. Otherwise, every time the same old stuff. In Vrindavan the other day, I was there. After that, went to Calcutta, somebody's house. And when I went there, they asked me, Swami, where from you have come? I said, from Vrindavan. Oh, Vrindavan? I said, yes. See, the Vrindavan has changed so much. Earlier days, it was totally different. Then I asked Babuji, please come. I took him near the mirror in front of the sink. I said, look into the mirror. 40 years before, this fellow was like that. You have also changed. Think. Let us be very clear. When we are interacting with the world, we do not precipitate the burden of memories and become old. Second place, where we make our life complicated. So if we are lost in the world to improve the society, life will be complicated. If we are lost in our own worship of I am like that, I am like that, I get up early in the morning, I do my japa, and I do this, and I am not like that, I am a vegetarian, and I don't drink, and I am... A point comes, then, Konyasti sadrusho maya, who is like me? And there we don't stop. Thereafter, I am not like others, waking up late in the morning. I am not like others, eating all dead animals. I go for grazing along with the cattle. Goody, 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 goody. These goody, goody people are most dangerous. See? So let our interactions not take us away from us, nor our interaction with the world allow that ego to be bloated. Now the third place, when we are interacting with the world, what is the quality of our mind? See, One example I'll give you. This happened in Pune many years before. There was a camp and children's camp, and they had organized facilities for 50 children. Not hopeful whether they'll get 50 children or not during summer days. So a small school was hired, a small room, 50 children can sit, and few rooms where they can sleep and all that. But it so happened 250 children reported. Naturally, all their calculations are upside down. And the best way is to blame others. See, I told you, but you never listened to me. The whole thing started. Then I said, hey, before we start the camp, I put some parents in charge. I say, you take care of. I have some meeting with these volunteers. All youngsters, 18, 20, 21, 22, boys and girls, about 15 of them, who were organizing the camp. We sat together. I said, hey, let us have a parameter. How do we know that our camp is successful or not? What is the criteria? Whether our life is successful or not. Is there any criteria? Tell one by one. First, it is already successful. 250 people have come. So cool down. Second one, very successful. There is no water. So, started. I said, very good. Now let us go. No, we want your input. How do you decide whether the camp is successful or not? I said, okay, listen. Before the beginning of the camp, during the execution of the camp, and after the completion of the camp, if our level of happiness, joy, and fulfillment remains untouched, then the camp is successful. Anything we do in our life, are we getting into anything as a burden? Oh God, again I have to get up in the morning. Why Monday comes? There should not be Monday. Monday morning sickness. In England, this used to be a disease among the horses. Monday morning sickness. Because those days, they used to go by the horses, so Saturday, Sunday off, so horses are simply standing in their stables. And naturally, all their joints get swollen and the lactic acid gets accumulated in the muscles. So, on Monday when they are broken, they will start limping. And that disease was called as Monday morning sickness. Same thing here. If you go to the Western world, they work from Monday to Friday afternoon. And then they go to the hotel. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. So the week they work, they go for a weekend, become weakened, and then come to work on Monday. And when they come to work on Monday, only discussion is, how was your weekend? How was your weekend? And they have got only one complaint. And for such people, I have opened a chain of hotels in USA. And the name of that chain is, like TGIF, it is OGIM. Oh God, it's Monday. Monday morning sickness. When you start any job with inspiration, you are bound to be successful. This is the message Bhagavad Gita tells us. When Arjuna came on the battlefield, he was totally broken. Kdham bhishmamaham sanke drodham cha madhusudana. That time Bhagavan Krishna gave him left and right. Klaibyam asmagama partha. Don't yield to lack of inspiration. Life must be an expression of inspiration, then it will be simple life. All great masters, take our Mahatma Gandhi. He lived every moment in an inspired mode. Therefore, his life was very simple. And when our life is not because of inspiration, but it is a struggle and perspiration, it is extremely complicated. See, friends, therefore, when we want to assess whatever we are living in our life, are we successfully living or not? This is the third point where our attention should be focused. Number one, before we take up any job, are we in an inspired mode or not? Never do anything without inspiration. Life will become very simple. You know, inspiration is like what? Inspiration is like a catalytic agent. You know, in chemistry, there is one catalytic agent. And what is that catalytic agent? That catalytic agent is the one which speeds up the process, but which does not get used up. It remains as it is. In the same manner, inspiration is a catalytic agent and it can be applied in every activity of life. Ordinary teacher, an inspired teacher. Ordinary student, inspired student. Ordinary husband, inspired husband. Ordinary wife, inspired wife. Ordinary friend, inspired friend. Inspiration is a common denominator to bring out the best in every one of us. And when we function under inspiration, life becomes very simple. See, life is not difficult. We are difficult. See, the other day, one lady was telling me, Swamiji, I have learned driving. I said, God bless the insurance company. She said, no, I have learned, I have got a driving license. I said, in India, you don't have to hold the car, still you can get driving license. So, if you have to go somewhere, I can take you. I said, okay, let's go right away. I had to go to Crawford Market. So, we started from Andheri in Bombay. When we came to Shivaji Park, she parked the car there. I said, Mama, we have to go to Crawford Market, far away. Why did you park it here? No, Swamiji, such a lovely parking spot I found out, so I wanted to park there. I said, but we have to go there. No, we can take a taxi and go. I said, what dumb you are, you tell me. Why don't you drive? Swamiji, I can drive the car only front. I can't back it. Now see, for her, it is a big challenge to go and park a car. See, but a person who is expert in driving, like our taxi fellows. This I read in US many years before. There was one, driver, big, those container, and police stopped and took the test. He was drunk. He said, I agree, I am drunk. But before you give me a ticket, I give you a challenge. The driver said, if you can back this truck with a trailer, and that huge trailer, and park it there without touching anywhere in one go, I am ready to surrender my license. Then if I do this thing, you don't give me a ticket. And that police thought, I can do that. And in that, he made a mess, complications. He said, no, I can't do it. I said, okay. You show? He said, yes, I can show. He got it and in 2 seconds back. Hey, how did you do this? He said, because of the drinks. See, friends, an inspired person has no complaints. He is always at his best, never second. See, friends. And thus, this inspiration will bring out the best in us in every department of activity of our life. So we will be extremely good as an officer in the office, a husband at home, a father for the kids, a friend to a friend, and as a result, our life is holistically beautiful. See, friends, where is the difficulty? Because our attention is either on the world or on the I, we make it mess. Keep attention on the quality of the mind before we jump into any activity. Never start anything with a half-hearted mode. Okay, let us go for meditation. How long it is? Half an hour. Okay. That is no good. See, you must have seen, these athletes, when they run on the start line, they are not standing and ready, but they are like the spring. And the moment they get the signal, they don't run, they shoot like a bullet. If I had to stand along with them and they give the signal, I'll be holding onto my lungi, and by the time everybody has reached already there. Anything we have to do, we have to begin with an inspired mode. An inspiration is the healthy sign of mind. See, a person who is not inspired is the most unhealthy one. See, friends. And inspiration, be very attentive. You cannot borrow inspiration. You have to discover. If you are inspired, then you can motivate others. See? If we are not inspired, how can we motivate others? Others will come with all the negative data. See? What is the difference between average person and a great Mahatma? See? When we go to a Mahatma, a saint, he will bring out the best in us in the worst conditions. One example I'll give you. How the Mahatmas remain inspired under all conditions, just an example. There was one man who became a husband, and he came to me after his marriage, after a few years. Very frustrated. Swamiji, I don't know why did I get married. I'm so frustrated because of all the... Now this case I had to deal with. I have got two options. First option is that of a wise man. Other option is that of a otherwise man. See? So as a wise man, what reply I will give him? I'll tell him, look here my dear friend, you are a husband, is it not? Yes. Husband is not a proper noun, it is a common noun. Then you are miserable. So the very meaning of the word husband is a miserable man is called as husband. So what is new about it? If you are a husband, if you are not miserable, then there is something wrong. It's good you are miserable. Keep it up. Every husband in the world is miserable. Don't worry. You are not abnormal. Really, Swami? Yes. Oh, thank God. I thought I am the only miserable husband. No, there are all. His tension of worries is removed. And I have become a great Mahatma. Maharaji, thank you so much. You have taken away all my load of foolishness and complicated life. Now the same case I deal like an otherwise man. He comes and talks. Swamiji, I am better because of my wife. I don't know what sin I have done. She has come in my life again. Then I tell, look here friend, I am also miserable. I don't have even a bad wife. What to talk about? Will anybody call me a Mahatma? See, if you are inspired, you are a buffer to all the complications of life. You are able to deal with, negotiate through all the turmoils of life with a smile on the face, confidence in the heart, and perfection in performance. It is possible because you don't begin your day or your life as a burden. See? One of the quote somebody sent me, Hitler's quote, I like it very much. Hitler says, tomorrow will come every day. Don't worry. Today comes only once. So work today. How true it is. And when we thus work with an inspiration, we have won the battle. Now, second time. Our inspiration has to be maintained when we are functioning. There are 3 types of people in this world. The 3 types of people are, number 1 type of people, they are called as, they start imagining problems and never begin anything. They are like our old ambassador cars, starting trouble. See? So they are the 3rd class type of people. Second type of people are, they are called a Prarambhashur. They are inspired to do something, but their inspiration evaporates in no time. They never complete any job that they have taken in the hand because of the difficulties. The 3rd type of people, more the difficulties come in their life, more inspired they become. See, I got a friend of mine in Bombay. He is engineer, mechanical engineer, and he was having a very good job in a corporate world and many perks and a huge fat salary. He said, Swamiji, I was not happy with that job. Money, what will I do? There was no creativity in that. Then he resigned that job and he started with a small workshop. And today he says, Swamiji, I take only those projects where there are challenges. Establishing a cement factory, turnkey project. Right from designing onwards, everything I get it done. And when that particular thing comes up, what a satisfaction, what a joy it is. See, friends, life becomes simple if we are ready to accept the difficulties as challenges and bring out the best hidden talents in us. It is possible for everyone. It is not the monopoly of 1 or 2. Then you will see that our mind is being used and the mind does not use us. So when our attention is on the quality of the mind, so beginning, mind has to be in an inspired mode. During the functioning, the inspiration level must be maintained. It should not go down because of the difficulties. And the 3rd, most important thing, after the job is done, if any one of us get this feeling, oh God, next time I will never get into this kind of activity. If this is the conclusion of anyone, it was a total flop show. See, friends, success is never belonging to an individual. Success is a team sharing commodity. Not only I. See, friends, and the real success, the real joy is when you can share. See, friends, and to do this, one of the most important thing in life is, if we are at the top position in any place, right from our house up to the government level, are we able to introduce a sense of participation and belonging to the people who are working in that project? If that is achieved, life will become simple. If that is avoided, life will become complicated. This portion in more detail we shall see in our tomorrow's class. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।